For today's project, I'll show you how to turn a 1-inch wooden pot and 8 5/8-inch wooden pots into this cute little Thanksgiving decoration to sit in front of the door in your dollhouse. Stay tuned and I'll show you how it happens. So our first step will be to paint these little pots. So we'll paint the big one gray and one little one gray. And the big one you also need to paint a white kind of box area onto. You'll see why later. You need to paint 2 of them black, 2 of the small ones black, 2 of the small ones dark brown, and one of those dark brown ones you need to paint a collar onto, both the front and the back collar. This will be for the Pilgrim guy. Then you need 1 small pot that's a medium brown. Then you need 2 flesh tone pots, one with a black rim and one with a medium brown rim. And with medium brown, you need to paint some yellow hair on the back, or whatever color hair you want your Pilgrim to have. Now we need some glue. I'm just going to use a little container to put some glue into. We're going to start stacking our pots up so that we can have a Pilgrim. So we're going to start with a dark brown one, the one that's just dark brown and no stuff painted on it. We're going to put glue on the bottom. We're going to put that up against one of the black ones so the bottoms are together. So it's going to look like this. And don't worry about a little glue because we'll spray these with some sealer at the end. It'll cover up those little glue spots. Now we take our dark brown that has the collar painted on it. We'll dip its rim. And we'll put it rim to rim with this other brown one. Now you have this. See if I can do this without it falling apart. If you've got time and you're not hurried, you can go ahead and let this dry. But I will attempt to do this so that I don't have to start and stop the video too many times, because I don't have a lot of extra pots right now. So now use your face pot, your flesh colored pot that has the black rim, and put that up on top. Kind of center it on there. And now finally you're going to take the other little black one, put it in the glue on the open end, and line that up. Now check to make sure that everything is lined up straight the way you want it. And now this has to dry before you go on to the next step on him. So let's go ahead and do our Pilgrim lady. We'll take our pot with the apron on it. That's what that is. That's her apron. Now the gray one, the small gray one, we'll put right there. And now we'll put her face pot on. She's made a lot like the little witch that we did for Halloween. So if you saw the witch video, or if you made the little witch, you'll know how to do her. And now her hat. And now these will have to dry, and I'll come back and I'll show you how to do the last steps here in a little bit when my glue dries. Alright, now it's time to paint the faces on our little Pilgrims. The glue from stacking them together is all dry. I went through and I did a little touch up on the paint. So for this step we need just a dab of black paint, a dab of pink paint, and a little bit of white paint, and some really fine paintbrushes. So first I'm going to take his face, and I'm going to take a toothpick. Oh, and a toothpick too, yeah. Use a toothpick and paint, just put some little dots in for his eyes. And there's his little camera. There's his face. Alright. He's all done now. He just needs to finish drying. Now, a Pilgrim lady. We'll start with her eyes since I've got that toothpick in my hand. Dip it in again. And 2 little eyes. And now a little, just take a dab of pink paint. And just a really fine little pink mouth. Just kind of a little, can't hardly see it, but you know it's there when you do it. Then we need the brush and some white paint. And we are going to paint her collar. So for that we're going to come down. And I want to make it kind of rounded in the middle where it meets in the front. And then have it go around. And sometimes when I make these, I actually paint the collar on before I assemble them, but then it's a little harder to get everything lined up when you're already lining up her apron and her hair to make her come out right. Sometimes I have trouble lining up the collar and I end up repainting it anyway. So this time I decided would probably just be easier to do it now. And I think it really is. Because it's just a little bit of paint. Let me finish this little spot. And there she is. She's got her little mouth and her eyes, and her little white collar goes around. So this needs to set and dry. And when it gets dry, I'll spray it with some clear sealer, and I'll show it to you then. Oops. Alright, so now they're all finished. They've all been sprayed. And there they are. I'll try and put a picture of them in front of my dollhouse at the end of this video. But they're all finished and they're all shiny and you don't see the glue marks anymore. Hope you enjoyed this project. Let me know if you make it. Send me a picture. Let me know how it turned out. I'd love to see how you do with these projects. Talk to you later. Bye.